What is up, everybody? I'm Andy McConnell. With me, as always, is my partner in crime, Mr. Cody Allstat, and this is the Unrelated Sports Podcast. Cody,
Hello.
how are we?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm in a lot better mood than I was at about, now it's a little, about, I'm going to say about 30 hours ago. Yes, we're recording this on a Tuesday. So yesterday on Monday, we didn't have TV or internet at home for about 10 hours because
Awesome.
MediaCom had a massive outage. So from like 8:30 till 7 o'clock, nothing.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah, that's really rough.
Yeah, and it's not like it's nice out, so I couldn't go golfing or do anything.
That's
It was not ideal.
no, I don't. Ugh, like you can't play any online video games. Obviously, you could
No,
have played your. Do you even have a college football game going on that's not online?
nope,
They're all online dynasties.
nope. So I could have played on a PlayStation 2. Busted out like the old World Series poker video game or
Yep.
some old PS1 games. Didn't do that though. Instead I played Ashton on our Wii and a little Mario
Nice.
Party and then a little Mario Kart. I
Nice.
actually beat him a Mario Kart this time, which is good.
Nice.
I lost in a very heartbreaking fashion on Mario Party. It was bad. Like Ashton said, he could see the red in my eyes. Like I was seeing red.
That's
Like it,
awesome.
yeah. So we did that for a little bit, and then I don't know. I just basically laid in my room and listened to some podcasts because can't do anything else.
No, that's a tough day.
Yeah, a
We're
little bit.
we're a little bit reliant on internet anymore.
I know that's the stupid thing is that like even the TV's hooked up to the internet, so like
Yeah.
it's not just simple cable in back of TV.
Yikes.
But what can you do?
I
At least it
mean,
didn't happen Sunday. If it would have happened Sunday,
ooh,
I would have flipped.
I bet not getting to watch car turn left.
Yeah, cars go in circles. I know. Or if the race would have been postponed to Monday, I would have had to find an alternate means to be able to watch it.
That was
Like
kind of funny. Going to
Cody,
Decorah,
I would
finding a
have to find
friend.
out where you live maybe to just go watch it. That's what it would come down to.
Yeah. I mean, you could stream it on your phone, couldn't you?
Yeah, but it's not the same watching on your
It's
phone
not.
than watching on a big TV.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. So before I get talking into all the other racing stuff, how was your weekend? Did you do anything fun and or exciting?
See, by Tuesday, you asked me this, and I've already had a day of work,
I
so
know.
I have to like actually stop and think about what happened on this past weekend.
Hey, I'm just glad you're using that big old brain of yours. So
I
that's good.
know. I was actually a pretty lazy Sunday here. I mean, we hung out at my parents' house while they're away pretty much all day. Didn't do a whole lot. It was pretty nice.
To watch the NBA All Star game.
I knew I forgot something. I saw some statistics from it.
Oh, that's good. I didn't even see anything from that. I just
Oh,
saw
it
it.
was just that there was like 33 minutes of basketball and 2 hours and 27 minutes of commercials and or other activities.
Those are the numbers I would have expected out of for Fox for the Daytona 500 because that's normally what they do. Is they only show maybe about 3 laps of action and then about 4 minutes of commercials. So,
That
so it's good. Good thing they didn't do that.
is
But no,
good.
hey, I'm just glad you had a nice chill weekend. You were deserving of that.
Well, thank you. I
I
don't
mean,
know what to say to that.
I think Courtney's more deserving, but
Yeah, definitely. She puts up with a lot.
I mean, she has to put up with 3.5 kids basically,
Yeah,
and you're not the
yeah.
half. So,
No, I'm not.
okay,
That the pumpkin is on its way.
you still gotta tell me about how the whole pumpkin thing works. I'm still a little confused on that.
Ask your mother.
Okay, I will do that. Um,
Birds of the bees talk. Birds, bees, and pollinating.
yeah. So, Cody, before I get into my Daytona deep dive, Should we touch on our pest of the week? I know it's very, very, very
Yeah,
early in the
let's
podcast, but it kind of
let's
has to
go
be.
for it. This week's pest of the week is brought to you by Decor Pest Control, or call Cass at 563-419-3251 for all your pest control needs. He does residential and commercial pest control for earwigs, cockroaches, ants, bed bugs, fleas, bees, box elder bugs, termites. Does mice and rats, and also does termite inspections. Give Cass a call and tell him that the boys at Unrelated Sports Podcast sent you. I was going to be wearing my brand new Decor Pest Control shirt, but I didn't bring it.
We could have had a free sponsor plug, and
I
you
know.
failed.
I fail a lot.
Okay.
I'll be wearing it a lot, though.
Okay. Well, that's good. You know who also fails a lot? NASCAR on Fox. They're bad. They're really, really bad compared to, I don't know, when they first started covering the sport 25 years ago. Again, normally you think with technology and over time, you think their coverage of an event would go up. Yeah, Fox's is the complete other way. It's bad.
Yeah, that
Um,
sucks. I mean, but then again, like you say that, but the Super Bowl, the coverage of that isn't getting any better. Like, did you see the graphics on this last one? They were,
it's cartoons. I know.
yeah, it
I know.
was
That's
pathetic.
what they've had the last 5 years. That's what they
It's
had their last
pathetic.
Super. Their, I think the first time they used those was the first Niners Chiefs Super Bowl.
It was bad.
Like nobody likes them at all. Which why somebody at Fox continues to think those are a good idea. Don't know. Maybe it's just laziness. Probably.
Possibility.
I don't know. But so Cody, our pest of the week. Fox released a video celebrating their 25 years of NASCAR coverage and all the
Mm-hmm.
moments that they've had, all the good moments that they've had. Except for some reason, they decided to include one at about the 31 second mark of Dale Earnhardt's fatal crash 24 years ago today.
Yeah, that's a choice. Not a good one.
No, and
I mean, in reality, that's kind of the downhill slide of NASCAR. Like that was 24 years ago today. NASCAR got less watchable.
it took a downhill turn, and I mean, it just was a big steep downhill climb, and I mean, they're starting to climb a little out of it. They're never going to get to what they were, just
Right.
because I mean they're slowly starting to kind of plateau a little bit. But yeah,
That's not the smartest move you
no.
can make.
So here's the stupid thing. So obviously somebody had to put this in the video, thinking that this is a good idea. But then also somebody had to oversee this video and review it and think that
Yep.
hey, that's still a good idea.
Yeah, there's hundreds of eyes on these things before they reach the masses.
Yeah. So to all those people who must have just only watched 2 seconds of the video and completely forgot to watch the rest, you are our pest of the week.
Congratulations.
Yeah. In all honesty, initially this wasn't going to be it. I was gonna probably think it was somebody more like, I don't know, Joey Logano for being an idiot with 15 laps to go in the Daytona 500, but I decided I'd probably give him Joey the award before, so I thought we'd switch it up a little bit. Um, but yeah, hey, I was happy they got the Daytona race in on Sunday
Yeah.
because there was a like 3-4 hour rain delay after 10
Okay.
laps, which it's Florida, it's gonna rain basically every other day. It's guaranteed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Race was all right. Then there was a big wreck with about 15 to go where Joey Logano tried to force a hole that wasn't there. He wrecked Ricky Stenhouse, and then Stenhouse got turned into Joey's teammate Ryan Blaney, one of my guys in my pick to win the 500, who was in second at the time. So I was just about to board a plane to Florida to go kick Joey's butt. It was not going to be good. See,
I would pay to watch that.
see, Joey has a little bit of height on me, but he doesn't like to punch. He does not like to
I
punch at
don't
all.
think you would like to punch.
Given the right scenario, Cody, you never know. We all hit that boiling point where you just one thing ticks you off, and or
You're
the
gonna
one
have to
thing.
stay. Think about how long you're gonna have to like drive to an airport, wait 2 hours, get on a plane, fly to Florida, get off a plane, get all the access to a NASCAR. Like you're talking about being ticked off enough for, let's say, a full 24 hours just to be safe. I don't see it from you, Andy. I don't think I've ever seen you upset for more than 25 minutes.
So you never saw me after the failed Mary game or when Brad Keselowski wrecked Jeff Gordon at Texas, because
I mean,
I have been
I bet you were very
Amazon.
upset, but I don't think you would have punched anybody.
You never know. Maybe. Probably
I'm
not.
gonna.
But you never know.
I have a new goal. My new goal is to try to get punched by Andy McCall.
See, well, you're my friend. I couldn't punch you. I could punch you in the nut. I could give you a little nut check or a cup check, but that's
Yeah,
about it.
fair. I mean,
Um.
yeah, that's
So
such a funny statement. I can only hit you in the nuts. You're my friend.
yeah, exactly. That's
Like,
what all friends do.
like the most painful place you could hit a dude.
Exactly. And then you laugh when you hit it when a guy gets hit in the nuts. It's
Yep,
just commonplace.
100% of the time.
So I was really mad after that. But then the restart happens after that, and about like I don't know 4 maybe 6 laps later, Pushing's getting aggressive, the whole nine, and then Cole Custer turns Christopher Bell, and they were both running up in the first like 2 rows. They were running 2x2 at the time.
Okay.
Um, Bell gets turned, and then carnage happens. And next thing you know, Ryan Preece in the 60 car gets wrecked, and he's doing a wheelie, like riding on one wheel, and then the car just gets airborne. Um,
Interesting.
Yeah, and then his car he came very close to going up into the catch fence. Like this was on the going down the backstretch into turn three, and it was just about really, really, really bad.
Hmm.
Which would make sense because the 2 times that President Trump has been in attendance for the Daytona 500 was February 18th, 2001, and then in 2020 when Ryan Newman like just about died because his car got turned, he flipped upside down, he got hit head on the driver's side door. So it would have made sense.
It would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah, so that was a wreck with like 3 laps ago. They re-racked them, and then coming down the backstretch on the white flag lap, Cole Custer again came down and threw a block for some reason when he wasn't clear at all. Like he was really not clear, and he wrecked the whole field. Where the guy in 7th place ended up winning the Daytona 500 in Julian Byron.
Wow. Who
Yeah.
won it last year, right?
Yes. Yep. So back-to-back winner, which whatever, but it's just the fact of how it happens. It wasn't like there was a cool moment of him like just driving through everything. It's just he just happened to just be right up against the wall. It just happened to scoot right on by it all.
Nice.
So
Well, no Cole Trickle there, huh?
no Cole Trickle. So yeah,
Woo!
interesting way to end speed weeks.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad it was entertaining. Ish.
entertaining ish. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
The racing at Daytona and Talladega changed a lot over the last like 10 years. So it's a whole totally different game. It's more inside NASCAR stuff, but it's kind of
Okay.
hard to explain.
Hmm.
So so that was at least my big part of the weekend. Where I'm glad that the power or that the internet and TV didn't go out on Sunday because Cody, like I said, I might have been going to your place or finding someplace else to watch that race.
You're anytime you want, Andy.
Okay,
Come on
good.
down.
Good. I appreciate your offer.
Yeah, no problem. I don't even think Courtney would mind you being there.
Good. And plus, I'm adorable with children. Children love me, so I can help entertain your kids as well.
I might just hand them off to you for a while.
Okay, that works.
Let's see. I'm guessing. What do people expect from me? Oh, there's a sport I like. It's called the NBA. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
yeah, you
Uh,
you love the NBA.
I love it. So wrestling. That's actually a very big week in wrestling. Uh, Iowa had two meets. They wrestled. Who did they wrestle? They
Was it
wrestled
Minnesota?
Minnesota. That was a fun duel. Iowa
Go Hawks.
won. I don't know, 20, 30 something 11. They had a pretty big win. Gable Steveson is still a ungodly animal though at heavyweight. It's impressive to watch him. It's just fun. Then Iowa wrestled Northwestern, and that was just a slaughter. But this week is probably potentially the most fun duel of the year. Iowa, number 2 or 3 Iowa versus number 2 or 3 Oklahoma State at Carver this Sunday. So if you can watch one wrestling meet, that's the one to watch.
That's
There's
on
more
Sunday,
of
you
a
said?
yes,
Sorry.
and it's a more there's going to be more competition between second and third than there is first and second. So
Okay.
that'll be a really fun duel. I'm going to give my prediction as Iowa wins it 20-15 with Iowa winning 6 matches, Okie State winning 4 with 1 bonus point win there. Iowa would have a couple bonus point wins, but yeah, that's my prediction. It should be fun. The lineups aren't completely set. It'll be thrown out. I mean, like there's some gamesmanship in rosters on that too. Like Angelo Ferrari still has one red shirt match that he can use before he has to burn it, and well, it's the last duel of the year, so maybe the perfect time to use it.
Quick question. How far in advance do they have to get their rosters set? Like for who's
I
wrestling?
I wish I could tell you that for sure because like um I know that they give their probables. Their probables are out came out today.
Okay.
Um and at 184 they have Nelson Brands and or no, and Gabe Arnold listed maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it was PK. Anyway, um they don't have Angelo on there at all, but they did the same against Ohio or Iowa State, and Angelo wrestled against Iowa State. So it's not real set in stone, I don't think.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
Um Iowa State and UNI had a really fun duel this week too. That was going on at the same time.
Who won that, Cody?
UNI,
Thank you.
Doug Schwab, and the number 4 ranked Iowa, University of Northern Iowa Panthers.
Go
Doug
Caps.
Schwab's a hell of a coach. I would love to. I don't know why. So Doug Schwab actually wants to. It seems like Iowa, for some reason, doesn't wrestle UNI ever. Um, Part of it is I think Iowa pretty much has the toughest schedule every year. They schedule themselves Iowa State and Oklahoma State every year, and like those are 2 premier wrestling schools.
Mm.
And then they're also wrestling the Big Ten, where like Penn State was finishing their season off with either Lehigh or
Mm.
American. Like it's a good wrestling school, but it's not a premier
Okay. I didn't know if they were
school.
doing the whole SEC thing at the end of the football thing
They
at the end of the year where they're
kind of
scheduling
do.
cupcakes. Okay.
Yeah, they are definitely scheduling themselves a cupcake, which is I'm not saying anything against Penn State. They're the premier team. Like it's not even close between the second or first and second, but I don't know why they need to be wrestling cupcake schedules when they're hand over fist above everybody else.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, and then so that's the end of the regular season is this week, and then it'll go to conference championships. So Big Tens will be. I don't even know where those are this year. They in St. Louis? No, they switched. They were in Penn State last year.
Hold on. Would you like me to look, sir?
Maybe in Rutgers,
Big Ten Wrestling Championships 2025.
Maryland.
Oh, this says, oh, no, man, that's just big. Yeah, I think it's in Northwestern.
Oh, yeah, it is. You're right.
Welsh Ryan Arena.
That makes sense to me. Hmm. So that'll be coming up, and then after that, NCAAs.
For your
Can't wait
March
for that.
Madness.
Yes, my favorite time of the year. But another time of the year, I was talking about my wife about next year at this time. I think I'm going to be trying my darndest to get down to Des Moines because tomorrow starts what was growing up my favorite week of the year every year, state wrestling tournament.
Oh, so it starts Wednesday? I thought it
It
started
start
Thursday.
it
Okay.
used to start on Thursday. It used to be Thursday through Saturday. Now it's a Wednesday through Saturday.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. I don't know why, but
Is it just to
must be more
space
money
things
in
out
it.
a little bit more, maybe? Or,
Must be.
okay.
But I know, hi kitty. Fat cat. A big old cat. This is Curly. Um, he is 100 pounds of fat. Oh my goodness, he's a biggie. Big
Oh,
boy.
boy.
He's usually not very, much into attention, but I think with my parents gone for a while, he's, a little starved. Um, but, yeah, I think, so Decorah had sent 6 wrestlers this year.
Okay.
Cresco has 4.
4, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So those are both 2A schools this year, which is crazy. So there's been times that Cresco's been 2A, Decorah's been 3A. Like they all switch. Osage used to be a 2A school, and now they're a 1A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just Osage sent 8.
Shoot.
What my favorite wrestler growing up, um, his son is wrestling at the tournament, the state tournament as a sophomore for Decorah this year.
Who was that?
My favorite wrestler was Lee Fullhart.
Okay.
He won a natty for the Hawks, I think, in '97 as a
Okay.
sophomore. He only won 1, but he also beat Cale Sanderson, and uh, he was the first person to beat him outside of college, basically.
Wow.
After college, in Olympic trials in a best of 3. Sanderson won 2 of the 3, but
Okay.
um, Lee Fullhart, his son, I think it's William, but you go to the Decorah Wrestling Room and you'll see the Fullhart name plastered everywhere. I mean, it was a big name in wrestling, especially in the Decorah area, and he runs the Northeast Iowa Wrestling Club.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's happening tomorrow. Well, as this airs today, I think 2A wrestles at 6. I think 1A is at 1.
Okay.
So pretty excited. Told my wife that I want to try to go to it next year, which will be fun with a just under 1-year-old at the time. But
Oh, that'll be sweet. Yeah, you know what's funny? So, a couple, I don't know, it was like Thursday last week. I was talking to my dad, and I was just mentioning to him about how I'd love to go down to Daytona for Speed Weeks,
mm-hmm.
just for the whole week leading up to the 500 and everything. And then, like, the next day, my buddy Peyton texted me and said that, it said Daytona 2027 question mark.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's like, okay, well, cool. We're gonna play for that then.
2027. That's 2 years from now. Then
Yep, be the 69 500. So
nice,
yeah,
nice.
so yeah, hopefully we both can experience some fun things within the next couple years like that.
Heck yeah. Ow.
Okay, so you're talking about March Madness. March Madness is coming up as well
Mm-hmm.
for basketball. Iowa women lost the double, no, or the single
It was
overtime game
single overtime.
against Ohio State, which is funny because they were down by not with by 9 with maybe a minute left, and they forced overtime.
Yeah, I saw that. It was crazy.
So they're still competing, which is good, and competing hard. They were on a 5-game win streak. Iowa was so.
Good for them.
UConn kicked the living daylights out of South Carolina at South Carolina. They won by 30 over
Wow.
the weekend. Yeah, yeah. UConn's still kind of good at basketball, or women's basketball, I should say. And then men's basketball wise, Auburn beat Alabama in the Iron Bowl, but on the hard court or on the hardwood over the weekend, 1-2. Um, Iowa State's looking pretty good now that they got their big guy, Milan Milicinovich. I probably butchered the last name, but he's like basically he's a guy who can score at will, and they finally got him back after I think he broke his hand or broke his wrist. Um, Iowa sucks. Indiana sucks. UNI's right behind Drake for first place in Missouri Valley, so that's cool.
Nice.
And yeah, that's about it.
Hmm.
Any more you want to add on the NBA All-Star game at all?
Stupid.
Okay. Yes, it is. Probably the most idiotic of all the All-Star games. And that's even
That's
including
saying
the
something.
Yeah. But while the NBA is struggling with their whole All-Star concept, hockey kind of got rid of theirs, and it worked.
Yeah.
Because they replaced it with, they're calling it the Four Nations tournament
Mm-hmm.
between the U.S., Canada, Finland, and Sweden. And these guys care just a little bit. You put on whatever country you want to represent, and it turns people into maniacs.
Yeah. That was some. There's been some fun hockey going on. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Canada, U.S. I think there was 3 fights within the first 9 seconds.
You know what's funny? One of the first fights I think was Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett, and they're both teammates on the Florida Panthers.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, cause I think I had heard. I thought they had all been texting each other, like that they should. Maybe it was the U.S. guys were texting us amongst each other. I can't remember, but they were saying how they maybe should start a fight or do something within the first few minutes of the U.S. and Canada game. And well, so that was during the round robin play. Now they play for the big trophy. I guess I don't know what
Yep.
exactly they get, but they play for first place Thursday night.
It's awesome.
I know, and
And in Boston.
Boston, very friendly, cordial people in Boston.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that should be
Oh,
that
yeah,
should
you
be fun.
betcha.
Um, but USA all the way.
Exactly. USA. US.
Okay. Oh, good. Go to it.
Turns out, though, you probably shouldn't boo the United States' national anthem.
No, no, probably not the
F-A,
smartest thing.
F-O.
Yeah, probably not the smartest thing for Canada to do. I mean, in all honesty, I can partly see it because not saying it's going to happen, but we've heard the rumors of other non-sports related stuff going on about the U.S. and Canada. So if we
Yeah.
were getting threatened for somebody even jokingly was saying that they're going to do that, I can understand booing the national
Oh,
anthem.
yeah,
Just
I
a
get it.
little bit.
I get it. It's funny. I think it's
Yeah,
funny on both ends, honestly.
yeah,
But,
yeah. But yeah, and more just it adds ammo to both sides. Like
yeah.
it's what it does. Um, let's see. We had a little bit of golf over the weekend
Mm-hmm.
in Torrey Pines, and my pick to win the Masters. He's starting to win. He's starting to learn how to win. Cody is Ludwig Oberg from Sweden.
Yep. He's looking good.
No, he's a freaking robot. Like that's what he is. He's a machine.
You know who my pick is. Tell him my pick, Andy.
Sergio.
No.
Oh, okay. Wait, is your pick even in the Masters? Is he even in the field?
I don't know yet.
So for those who don't know, Cody has a love affair with Ricky Fowler. And we don't know if I don't know if he's in the field or not.
Doesn't matter. He's winning it.
Gonna get that sponsor exemption or be the last alternate in the field. That's what's gonna happen.
Whatever it takes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Scotty's going to be tough. Everybody's going to pick Rory and say that he's going to win. My heart hopes that Jordan Spieth is in contention on Sunday
I want to see
because,
Spieth in contention.
um, I mean, we all can have the way out there pipe dream that Tiger's going to be in contention. He won't, but it'd be cool if he was.
That would be really cool.
But I honestly see, I think it could come down to much like last year where Oberg and Scheffler were in like the four-way tie going to the back nine. Like I could see it coming down between those two again.
Um, I don't know if you know this though. Like, if it comes down to that, Scheffler knows how to win.
Yeah, you just
I
get he
mean,
smells blood in the water and then he just puts his foot on the throat,
yeah,
which is
dude.
ironic considering that he's one of the nicest guys like ever. He might even be
Yeah,
nicer than me, and that takes a lot.
I I did see some. I saw some video of people at the Waste Management Open sitting on the 16th, just pounding beers, going to the sitting on the six, just sat at the 16th all day drinking. They got up at like 4:30 in the morning to get their front row seats, and
Wow.
it was pretty entertaining.
Those are sworn professionals, I believe. That's what they call them.
Oh, they
I am
were
not one of those. I am not one of those people.
no.
Also, I don't never had one alcoholic sip in my life, so that's also why. But the
Say
thing
that,
is,
but
though, did you hear of any like outrageous stories from the waste management
no,
from the
not
past
really.
weekend?
It was tampered down quite a bit.
Yeah, that's. I mean, so they kind of did their job then, because if not more big
Yeah,
names were not going to keep coming to that event, which I don't blame
right.
them. And also, it's Super Bowl Sunday usually, so some people like to be in their own element there.
Yep. It's a national holiday in the United States.
Yes, sir. So,
Oh, I could give you a little Wrexham update.
oh yeah, we're missing that.
They they won their game on Saturday I think they were 1 point down for second, so they're sitting in third. Um, and then today they lost. I don't remember who the team was. To a decent team, but they're still in third. Top two get an automatic promotion, like I said. The number one team is like nine points ahead of them,
Mm,
with 2 or 3 games less played. So they've got a pretty healthy lead. And they fell. I think the team in second had won today also. So
okay.
Wrexham's sitting in third by behind 4 points. So yeah,
Yep.
they'll have another game I think Saturday. So
Nice. That's nice. Are they at home or are they on the road? Do you know?
today they lost at home. And so it's weird looking at ESPN, and I have to really think about it because it's the opposite
Or
of like
traditional, like
tradition. Yes.
yeah. I know that's always the weirdest thing. Like when I'm watching like the either the World Cup or yeah, or just watching just like the MLS or stuff like that. It's like, no, got to remember, home team is on the left, not on the right of
Yeah.
the scorebug.
I think it's on the. I think the when it's listed, I think their home team is on the top.
Okay.
For them,
Gotcha.
like and they are on the bottom. So I believe they're away. They
Okay.
play. They don't play again until Sunday.
Okay.
Play
Gotcha.
Mansfield.
Okay.
So
Hey, so Cody, I know we don't have a lot of football to talk about, but before we do dive into that, did you hear that Ron Steele is retiring, the anchor
I
from
did hear that.
KWO?
So I also heard that it wasn't actually retirement. There, he never actually said he's retiring. He's there. There. It kind of sounded from something I read from Amanda Goodman that
Yeah.
he is not being pushed out more than anything.
Why?
I don't know.
50 years at a company and they do that for you.
Yeah, she didn't
Could
seem
see.
very happy about it.
Oh,
You know Amanda
again.
Goodman is, right?
Yeah, yep. She used
Yep.
to be an anchor at
Yep.
KWL, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Um, Yeah, that's not good. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I guess I
Yeah,
kind
you
of
should. Oh,
figured that because it didn't say. I guess in that release, it didn't say that he was retiring. Like the
no, it just said
wording
he
seemed
is stepping
weird.
away, or
Yeah, I
um,
mean, he's a fixture
yeah,
in Northeast Iowa. Wow. Even taught. I even had him as a professor for one of my classes at UNI.
yeah. You said that. That's let me.
Funny, and I mean, it was kind of cool for me just because you see him on the news forever, and then just happens to teach one of your classes, and just normal guy, like normal teacher, like nothing, not acting like a big shot or anything. Like I always liked him.
Yeah. So Amanda Goodman had posted something about when she gave birth to like one of her kids.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have a lot of time off. Like they didn't get unpaid leave very well. Like 2 weeks or something was all they got from that news anchor.
Yeah.
And so Ron Steele actually offered to give her went to the went to them and like wanted to give her all of his time that he had off so she could
Wow.
use it. But they wouldn't accept it, but the gesture was
That
there.
that is class act right there.
Yeah.
I, yeah, I can't. Oh wow. And then you hear like where then I hear what you just said, how it's not really even a retirement that they're forcing. It's like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
No, it's a bad look.
No, and I would hate to be one of
Especially
them that has to
especially
follow that.
after like they just tried to get rid of their new or their weather,
Yep.
and then yeah,
Yeah, they get.
they're
Oh
not coming off
gosh.
smelling like roses.
No, if they would have got rid of Schnackenberg and Ronst, oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would have been really bad.
I remember watching the morning news with my dad every morning before school. Like, 'cause I remember watching like he did do like a sports rundown
Hmm.
every Monday morning, and they do God, what there was the one dude did like he would go to the athlete of the week and like um try to compete with them in their own sport. It was a long time ago. You would have I was in school, so you were
Okay. Yeah. Well, cause
younger.
see, I always remember like KWWL was Ron Steele and he or whoever was his other co-anchor.
Hmm.
Usually a female co-anchor. But then it
Yep.
was Schnackenberg as meteorologist, and then I think it was Rick Coleman as the sports guy, and then Mark Woodley a little bit. Like when we still got KWL coverage here.
Okay.
But no, I always loved their coverage.
I did. I did too.
So I guess shout out to Ron Steele for 50 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a
Insane.
long time.
It was a very long
Um,
time.
so Cody, I know, like I said, we don't really have a lot, but do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask. I got a little something I could talk about
Okay,
with the
good, because
NFL.
I'm kind of struggling on stuff. So go ahead.
So 10, 12 years ago, the Dolphins were borderline playoff contention team. Um, they had uh badass. I don't know if he was left or right guard,
Oh, I know where you're going already.
but his name was Richie Incognito, and they had a terrible, terrible right tackle by the name out of Stanford named Jonathan Martin. And if you'd have asked anybody on that team who the best friends on that team were, every one of them would have told you Jonathan Martin and Richie Incognito. They're inseparable, great friends. They also had, I think Jake Long was on the team at the time, and Mike Pouncey was also was their center. So, was there, maybe not Jake Long. Jake Long would have probably been gone, but
No, you might have been. What
anyway,
years? Yeah, however many years. Yeah.
yeah, it was, anyway, if not, it was Brandon Albert, maybe. Um, Jonathan Martin was struggling. He And then all of a sudden, this news started coming out that he was getting bullied by Richie Incognito. And that was all you heard about for months was Bullygate and how Richie Incognito was this racist, terrible human being.
Yep, I remember all
And
that.
it ruined the Dolphins season, that was the only focus anybody had. And it just came out. And Richie Incognito ended up basically getting cut and missing another season before he ended up signing with the Raiders. He was a 4-time Pro Bowl guard, by the way. Fantastic, just a mauler, vicious, the kind of dude you want as a guard.
Mm.
But that's here nor there. I loved the dude. I always stuck by him. But Jonathan Martin was a bitch. Pardon my language. He basically what happened was he came out now and said, "Hey, I was never." This just last week came out and said, "I never believed I was bullied. It was all a lie. It was based on a lie." And what happened was he gave up on the team, and um, he wasn't putting in the work, and he was going to get cut. And his parents were afraid of him losing his them coming after his signing bonus and some of his that stuff. And his parents just started saying that he was bullied, and he just ran with it. And
Wow.
yeah, he fully admits it now. He's actually like a crypto billionaire, but
Funny how that works.
yeah. But anyway, that happened right there. That's going on right now. That Richie Incognito is kind of getting a little bit of a come up or kind of a fu to the ESPN, and he's calling out Adam Schefter a little bit for running with the story a little more than he should have.
Yeah, Shefty's not having good luck with some stories of late. It's like he's like, and again,
He's
this is
kind of
before.
gone radio silent too.
Yeah, well, he's basically just becoming a big TV guy instead of insider guy, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh boy. Yeah, well, because then Martin, then after he went to Miami, didn't he go to like San Francisco or something like that? I
he
think.
might have, and then he ended up threatening to shoot up something at one point, and
Yeah, because
going
wasn't there
to,
like a
and
picture of
threatening
him with like a
suicide,
bunch
and
of with a bunch of guns and everything?
yep, yep.
Yeah, okay, I do remember that then.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of a crappy deal.
Well, Cody, I remember when we first started this podcast, we went our most hated NFL players, and you had Jonathan Martin at number one.
I did.
So, kudos to you, sir.
Um, I
Kudos
I think
to you.
I feel some vindication there. I believe I didn't have him at number one, and then I'm like, wait a minute, record
Yep.
scratch, my number one, f that guy.
Yeah.
I always believed in Richie Incognito. I really did. I never, for a moment, because like everything I was reading was just like, what is this coming from? Like they were best friends. There's pictures, and Richie Incognito, like they said, oh, he's racist. Like he's in the NFL, man. Like there's not a lot of there probably don't get me wrong. There is some, but like there's not a lot of room for racism in the NFL, especially if you're playing in the trenches with. There was 2 or 3 black guys on that offensive line with him. Like
Yeah.
it ain't gonna pay off for you to be a racist in that situation.
No. Well, at least I mean, it sucks that it's after his playing career, but at least it's all
Yeah,
coming about now.
little vindication.
Yeah. Kind of helps eases his name just a little bit. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
frees up his name. So, well, that's good. Do we want to share where Aaron Rodgers is going yet?
We can hold on to that a little bit longer.
Oh, okay,
Did
Minnesota.
you see that he
But
basically begged to not get taken off of the Jets? I saw it. I don't know how much truth there was to that, but
yeah, I don't know how much truth there was to that either. But oh boy,
there's
I've
there's
really,
gonna be
I,
it's gonna be a very interesting offseason. Not just with like Rodgers where he goes and where other quarterbacks go, but
where Justin Tucker goes.
where Justin Tucker goes.
Yeah,
Um, who like there's some big people going to be cut. Like Jair Alexander probably not going to be a Packer next year.
No, I've already.
Um,
That's right. That ship has sailed. I've already.
yep,
I love Jair, but it's
yep. The Dolphins already cut Kendall Fuller. Yeah, I mean, those are two pretty good name
what's gonna happen with
corners, but
T.
where do they go?
What's gonna happen with T.
T.
Higgins? What's
Higgins.
gonna happen with Sam Darnold?
Yep.
Um, yeah, it's. Does Micah Parsons get traded? Like it. It might. See, the NBA usually owns the offseason. The NFL is
Yeah.
slowly starting to. I mean, it takes over everything.
Yeah.
So
What's going to happen with Tyreek in this whole situation? How
does he
does
go
he have
back?
more kids does he have
Does
more
he go?
kids this year than he does touchdowns? Because he did last year. He had 5 kids, 4 touchdowns.
Well, that's always what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Does he go back to Kansas City?
I don't know if they have room for him.
I don't know. I don't think they do either.
If I'm a betting man and if he's not still in Miami next year, I'm guessing he's a Charger.
Oh, I've heard a rumor they could get Devontae too. Oh, that would actually be kind of scary.
Yeah.
You have Herbert some
Two.
actual weapons for him to blow another 28-point lead in the playoffs. Um, that would be that'd be a little
That'd be
scary.
fun for me.
And then, what else was I just gonna say? Dane, I had another quarterback I think in my mind. Oh no,
Oh,
not
Andy
quarterback.
Dalton just got signed.
Yeah, shout out to the Red Rifle. No, it wasn't quarterback. Does Travis Kelsey retire? Like,
Oh, that's true.
I mean, in all honesty, that's a big question too. So the NFL season's just getting ready to get fun because I think they can start tagging people today, putting the franchise tagging people, right?
Yeah.
Today, tomorrow, some in that ballpark.
I didn't see anybody, but yeah, it's usually a lot of times players get tagged and they don't even know they're going to get tagged until it happens.
Here's the only guarantee I will make for you: the Green Bay Packers will not be franchise tagging anybody because they don't
They don't
ever.
do that, yeah.
No, no, we don't do it at all.
I don't know who the Dolphins could.
Yeah, I don't know, and how they do the franchise tag, like the number that you get, I think it's like the average of the
Top
top
5.
five salaries times like 150% or something like that. It's a weird
I
number.
thought I thought it was the average of the top 5, and then if they sign them for a second one, it was
That could
150%.
that could be it. But that's why Kirk Cousins continues to make bank over and
Mm-hmm.
over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I was wrong. But there was a little bit of NFL stuff. Not a lot, but a little bit.
No.
I guess the Saints did hire what the heck was the Eagle? Why can't I think? I'm drawing a blank. Who's the
Kellen
Eagles
Moore.
offensive coordinator?
Kellen Moore.
Yeah, Kellen Moore. So, oh my gosh, I
I
want to
already
call him
said
Kendall.
it.
Yeah, I wanted to say Kendall Moore for some apparent reason.
Former Boise State.
I
Wasn't
think
it?
he's still the winningest coach or winningest quarterback in
Winningest
college football
quarterback
history.
yeah. I
So
believe you're right.
yeah, so they have a new coach now, so that's good. That's good for them.
He was a
They're still
lefty. Gross.
yeah, yeah. I mean, not like there's any other lefties in the league.
My
I
favorite
mean,
quarterback's a
Tebow's
lefty.
gone now. So, all right. Any other football news you got, Cody?
No, USFL or UFL. That'll be starting soon. We will not cover that at all,
No. Are we
other
gonna
than
keep?
to
Oh, good.
other than to say it's happening.
Yeah, kind of like the NBA right now. That's about it. So,
Oh, I did
good.
forget. So my favorite guy to talk about with wrestling is AJ Ferrari,
Oh boy.
and so he's been doing really well this year. He's undefeated, but he hasn't wrestled a gauntlet. Like he hasn't wrestled any top 10 ranked guys yet this year. Whereas
Yeah.
like Iowa's Stephen Buchanan has wrestled like 4 or 5 or more top 25 ranked guys, top 5, top 10. So it was kind of exciting. AJ Ferrari was going to be wrestling Little Rock's, I think it was Little Rock. They had the number 6th or 7th ranked guy, maybe 8th. Anyway, And AJ Ferrari didn't weigh in for that tournament.
Great.
So I don't know if he's ducking people, I don't know what's going on. Like if they just don't want him to lose for seeding, it's stupid. I
Don't hate,
want to see the best
don't hate
wrestlers wrestle.
don't hate the player, hate the game
yeah.
of abducting people. Actually, I'm kidding. You can hate the
Quack,
player totally on that.
quack. There's a duck.
Quack, 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 quack.
Quack,
No?
quack, quack.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you are
Mark.
a little delayed on my screen, so I can't. It's hard to tell if you're getting what I'm saying or not.
Martin Bombay, was that
Gordon Bombay.
Gordon Bombay? There you go.
Yeah, Emilio Estevez.
Only coached the team because he had a DUI.
Yep. I was seeing one thing too, just about that movie. That I think it was like the Chuck brothers were going to turn into the Bash brothers after Canada booed the anthem and everything.
Nice.
So, love that movie. Those movies
That
are
was
so
good.
So, Cody, would you like to dive into our top 5 for the week as this podcast episode is winding down?
Let's do it.
Okay, so as always, our weekly top 5 is brought to you by the boys at Lick Tags Lawn Care and Snow Removal, your home for all of your lawn care and snow removal needs, which, Cody, they're fixing our snowblower right now, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
If we ever get more snow, yeah, shoveling that would not be. I mean, my brothers had to do it because I was at work, but yeah, shoveling it by hand, not fun when it get lots of snow.
No. Especially as cold as it's been.
Yeah, not good. But if you have any questions about any of your snow removal equipment, or I don't know if you're getting anxious to fire up that lawnmower already, give the guys a call at 563-203-4238 and tell them that the boys of the Unrelated Sports Podcast, that's us, sent you there.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so what do we got this week, kind sir?
All right. Well, as being school got canceled. Was it 2 month? No, school got canceled one day. I don't know when it was.
Tuesday.
Got canceled for you guys. We had a delay in Decorah.
Okay.
They did have it, but yeah. School did get canceled for bitter cold. And so, what do you do on like just cold days at home to pass the time, especially without any internet?
Oh boy. So are we talking about like more what we did when we were younger? Like if we had that scenario or like
Yeah,
what we
you
would do
did
now?
or doing now. I'd say now.
Okay.
Even though I can work.
Yeah. Okay.
Still go to work. So one of our favorite things as a family we've been doing is card or board games.
Ooh, that's good.
Candyland and Uno and Sequence have been our go-to games.
Okay. Never played Sequence before.
It's pretty fun.
Okay.
It's a card and a board game, all in one.
Okay. Cool. My number 5. It's one of the things that I was doing last night. Just listen to a podcast, just kind of chill, lock myself in my room, not necessarily lock, but just kind of isolate yourself and then just enjoy some peace and quiet while also listening to a podcast.
Yeah, buddy. What podcast were you listening to? NASCAR?
Yeah, just some recaps of the Daytona 500 and stuff.
Okay. My number 4 is kind of a nerdy one, but I like to build Lego sets.
Oh, that's good. That's
mostly Harry Potter. And by mostly, I mean only. Unless it's for my kids, I guess.
Okay. My number 4, it's lame, but it's very simple. How about just take a good old-fashioned nap?
You're not talking to a nap guy. Not a big nap guy.
Okay. Yeah, I am a big nap guy, especially if I am really tired from staying up till 2:30 the night before. I don't know, it's just something about good old-fashioned. It passes the time. Take a nice little hour, 2-hour nap. At least waste a little bit more time.
Fair enough. Well, my number three is my favorite, one of my favorite uh, time wasters. Just playing a good old fashioned video game. Get on some Grand Theft Auto, run over some hookers.
Nice, nice. That's always good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna agree with you. Just I'm gonna split up a little thing here. So my number three will be playing video games a la like my PlayStation 2 or something where I don't have to
Ooh,
have be connected
a
to the internet.
throwback.
What was that?
A throwback game.
Yeah, like playing old NFL Blitz or playing NASCAR Rumble. I love NASCAR Rumble. Or getting ready to get my poker fix on and playing the World Series of Poker video game.
Never played a board game, like a card game, video game.
It's fun, especially then when you win. It's very fun.
I'll have to take you at your word. The only, I guess on Red Dead Redemption, I played some poker, but that was just to get a certain achievement.
Yeah, which the days of achievement hunting. Those are always fun.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. My number two. um, I I recently bought a new one. A hot cocoa machine. Maker, hot cocoa maker. I love a cup of hot cocoa. Just yeah, it's an activity in our house. Just making it and sitting around drinking it.
Okay.
I love cocoa.
Let's see. My number two. I'm gonna say just playing cards, especially
Nice.
like if we are home like as a family or whatever.
Yep.
Just playing good old like few games of euchre. That's always fun.
I do like euchre. It's been a long time, but and my number one is when we get together as a family and just watch a good old fashioned movie, which
Nice.
might have to call CPS on me a little bit today, but this morning Aiden and I watched one of the Jurassic World movies.
Nice. What's wrong
He
with
was the
that?
one wanting it.
Yeah. So what?
Abby, not a fan. Abby's scared to death of them, but Aiden loves that. Like there's an Indominus Rex eating everything in sight, and he didn't flinch.
See, I can agree with Abby on that because I've only watched the first Jurassic Park and I can't do any of the other ones.
Oh, I love him. But
Yep.
so we were like this morning. Aiden woke up at crack of dawn, and he sits laid in my bed, so I turned on a movie, or I just turned on a movie for him. And as soon as that movie ended, it was like a kids dinosaur movie. Jurassic World started playing, and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't watch this, but no, I want to watch it. Real Jurassic Park. Like, all right, well, I'm a terrible dad. And he started watching it, and it's like, oh God, if he shows any hesitation on anything or any scaredness, like, he went right to bed tonight. No
Hey,
issue at all.
that's good. It means you did your job.
He he's gonna be a serial killer. Oh well.
Okay, so my number one, I think we all want to do this out when it's ice cold outside. Let's go play golf, Cody.
Oh God, I want golf.
Okay, I'm kidding. That's not my number one.
Oh, let's go golfing.
No, my number one's gonna be just what my brother and I did yesterday. It's playing the Wii. We've had a lot of fun, especially when we had no TV or internet. Because you kind of need that. So, especially Ash and mostly me can get very competitive.
I'd love to get out my old like Guitar Hero. God, I wish I could do that still.
Guitar Hero was again. I was never good enough to play on hard or expert though. I think the max I could always go for was medium. I was never that good.
I was pretty good.
Minus, like, I can't remember if it was the PS2 or PS3 days. I could actually play it on my like because all we had was one guitar. So if we wanted to do like co-op, my buddy
Hmm.
Brian and I would do it where he would play on the guitar and I play on the controller, and I could actually go pretty fast on the controller. I was pretty proud of
Yeah,
myself.
I could never do the controller, but I could. I rocked the guitar.
Yeah, just my hand-eye
Well,
coordination with trying to especially if I went on to hard to trying to get all the way to the orange. The fifth one. My
Yep.
just fingers don't work like that.
It's
Not that
crazy
quick.
because like on a video game when we're playing college football,
Mhm.
like I don't feel like my fingers work fast enough on those.
Yeah, mine feel
And
like they
you're
work fast enough. Definitely.
fantastic.
Yeah.
On
Wait. Whoa. Whoa.
Guitar
Hold.
Hero, I
Whoa.
didn't have any
Hold.
issue.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Did you just give me a compliment?
Not on purpose.
Oh my gosh! Mark it down at what time is it? 9:58 on Tuesday, February 18th. Cody gave me a compliment.
It'll be remembered as this. To me, that'll be the most tragic thing that's ever happened on February
Oh,
18th.
I that's our top five, ladies and gentlemen. That's all. That's all I got.
Wow, what else happened? Um,
Yeah.
oh.
Okay. I got nothing. Can you get this train back on the tracks, or we just fall off?
It might be off the tracks there, but that's all
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Let's see. What we got coming? What is there any good sporting events this week other than college wrestling
NASCAR's in Atlanta
and
last year.
and
Oh, sorry. Good.
and high school state championships? So if you get a chance to watch the state championships, will be on Saturday night. I'm not sure which channel, but
I think it's on like MeTV or PBS, one of the two. That's usually
it
what it's
used to
on.
be on PBS, but
Yeah. So
I
I
don't
think it's
know.
on like for us at home, like what we have, it's 108. Yeah, it's whatever
I'll
like
do some looking into it.
yeah. Um but yeah, no, NASCAR's in Atlanta. This race last year's where they had the crazy like three wide finish, like the cars esque
Hmm.
finish. So that should be hopefully a fun race. Um Other than that, you and I plays Drake in basketball on ESPN2 on Sunday at like 2 o'clock. You having fun there?
Yeah, that's how lightning tied.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying then. By the way, I'm totally gonna use that still image as our little YouTube image for this. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah. There's a little bit of college basketball. NBA's back. NHL is back. Dallas
Oh,
plays
that's
New
true.
Jersey on Thursday. I don't know who Florida plays.
No, neither.
Or not on Thursday. I think it's Saturday actually, because Thursday's when the U.S. plays Canada.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, other than that, it's we're at a little bit of a lull for like 2 weeks, and then we get into the first week of March, and then it just all goes on.
Boomtown.
Yep.
Yeah, there's this. Here's the next hockey. Florida Panthers. Let's see. They play the Kraken
The
on Saturday.
Kraken. Nice. In Seattle or in Florida?
Florida.
Nice. So, yeah, that's about the week ahead in sports, at least according to Cody and I. So, other than that, just make sure to
Florida.
like, subscribe, rate, review, leave us a comment. Um, Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everybody. Did I
And
hit every?
remember,
Yeah.
and remember that fullbacks are people too.
Yes, they are. Oh, by the way,
And
quick little fullback news. I heard the Niners might actually be looking to release Kyle Juszczyk. Somebody said Philly should pick him up. Oh my gosh,
no.
that run game's unstoppable. If that's the case.
Oh
Just
my
it's over.
goodness. That would be scary. God dang. And make sure to keep your hands to yourself if you're ever at a massage parlor. All right.
Yeah, do that too. Because unfortunately, Justin Tucker, it's going off the tracks. Much like how this podcast did. It's going off the tracks. So take all of Cody's advice. Remember the fullbacks are people too. And we will see you next week.
Peace.